It's time to play the show. The bell has rung, and that big show might be over. But it's time for us to bring wrestling information you can enjoy with the match predictions, analysis, the ups and downs of professional wrestling, all reaction, some beverage drinking to bring you Logic on Tap with your good brothers. It's time for you to look into the eyes of Howard Blues and the Mark Kidder on Beer, Blues, and BS.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and we're not visible. Why?
We're here.
I mean, we're here. You can hear the disembodied voices. But, hey, it's all right. Now we're here. Now you can see us. Yeah, that's right. It is I, the living embodiment to Charlie Brown, Howard Blues, here with my co-host, the man, the myth, the legend, the Mark Kidder, here for a Triple B wrestling review of WrestleMania 40, Night 1. Yeah.
Fight. No, wait. That's not what we do.
Yeah. No, drink is usually what we do. And there'll probably be some of that on this this particular show. So... for those who are joining us, welcome. Glad to have you along for the ride. Let me give you the quick play-by-play of how we do this. Kidder and I have been longtime wrestling fans. We have been watching pay-per-views together since basically the dawn of the network. The WWE network, may it now rest in peace. And, yeah. And as part of that, we like to play a little game, have a little bit of competition, and try to see who can get the most predictions correct for every premium live event. And, the winner gets the old defunct WWE pay-per-view bragging rights. Kidder and I locked down our picks last night after we recorded our main show, Beer, Blues, and BS. And, hey, if you ever need a good podcast with couple good brothers drinking some beers and doing some banter, check that show out. But we've locked in our picks because I have kids and time and all sorts of other excuses I could make up that Kidder will probably laugh at. I have not gotten to see the show. Kidder did watch Night 1, so this is me getting to hear all about what happened, what took place, who were the big winners, who are the big losers, as he breaks down the action.
Probably us.
I'll be keeping score. We'll see who comes out the winner. A couple of other fun things that we do on this show for these wrestling pay-per-views. We name one match the DraftKings screwy finish of the night, or screwy match of the night. Take your pick. It is whatever match Mr. Kidder feels had the most screwy finish, and it's his call because he's seen it. I mean, I could just name a match, but I'd probably be wrong. The other thing that we do as fun, since Kidder had to suffer and sit through the punishment of sitting through the event, my punishment is for every prediction I get wrong, I do penalty shots. And hey, Kidder, we've been playing a game on our main show called If You Know, You Know. And so I still have now 4 bottles of random alcohol here. So for every wrong prediction, you get to pick a number between 1 and 4.
3. Please
don't just pick 3. Don't spam 3. That will be bad. Don't spam 3. Because we got to make this tonight too. So I'll be doing penalty shots for everyone I get wrong. So for the love of God, let's hope I do well. Usually, Kidder, we kick this off, though, with everybody's favorite segment, and that is What's on Tap. And I can tell you, besides my penalty shots, I am just finishing off a bottle of Coke. That's what I got here. So, quick, easy, simple. That's what I'm drinking tonight.
Coke and smoke.
Yeah, what are you having this evening?
Lazy Goalie also says number 3 is he has entered the chat. Maybe we'll just leave it up to him. So
I might have to mix up
you're gonna have to stay in the chat for the entirety of the show. Random number generator, and it's 3. So I stopped by the liquor store earlier today, but I also had some leftovers from when I went down south to Des Moines, visited Rude Boy. And so even though I don't think I've actually had one of these on the show, courtesy of Rude Boy Kyle and whoever dropped him off, a little bush. Cold and smooth, brewed in the USA. It's a metal can. Didn't know we needed to decipher that, but it's a metal can. All right. Fun facts. Questions or comments, call 877-BUSH-52. 12 fluid ounces. Average analysis, 95 calories, 3.2 gram of carbohydrates, less than 1 gram of protein, no fat. It's beer. 4.1% alcohol by volume. Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri. See bottom of can for freshest before date. 25 Purple Spot 24. And there you go.
That's okay.
I think it says July underneath, in all fairness. But
I mean, it might say July. Who knows?
So I don't think I've had one of these on the regular show, but like I said, it's here, it's there, and it's easily drank.
Nice.
All right. You ready to get this show going? We laying down the rules.
Yeah, I am. And hey, we have another Triple B alumni joining us. It's the Midnight Rocker. Is joining in.
Joining on the Twitch side of things. Rocker, thanks for joining us. And yeah, Kyle, anytime this time or next year.
Yeah. I will say, Kidder, the other reason I don't want you to spam 3 as we do this, I might be assembling models at the same time, so
so you'd be high and drunk.
And I just don't really need to glue anything to my hands, Okay. It does not help the modeling reputation every time I glue something to myself,
Okay, fair enough. All right. So rules are set. The picks have been put in. Midnight Rockers got the what's on tap of a hard Mountain Dew LimeWire seltzer. So thanks for joining the what's on tap officially, unofficially, remotely from the MSP. So thanks for joining. And of course, smash that sub button, hit the like button, and you know what? Subscribe. We'd love for you to subscribe. Anybody? Rude Boy? Bueller? Rude Boy. I don't know if he does another donation. Will it show up twice, or does it just double his donation? I don't know. Anyway, let's get this thing rolling. It is WrestleMania, the 10th anniversary of my visit to WrestleMania, the grandest stage of all, and that was in Nowlands, as you can see. WrestleMania 30, a whole 10 years ago. And Midnight Rocker, we know that you're a subscriber, and we thank you, as always, for your patronage along the way. Hopefully this is long enough. Also want to throw out a nice shout-out to our friends at the Drinking Partner. Because why not? A Drinking Partner. Fantastic to have indoors and outdoors, and you can get it at drinkingpartner.com. Check that out. QR code right there. Again, drinkingpartner.com, and search it. Quality craftsmanship, and you have an indoor base there, and you can get that. So then it keeps your drinks handy. And if the women don't find you handsome, they should at least find you handy. So, drinkingpartner.com. There you go. On with the show for tonight. WrestleMania 40. 2-hour pre-show. And again, Howard, no matches on the pre-show. No wrestling, just promos and in-depth interviews with one CM Punk.
We forgot that as a bonus question. We got to kind of remember that next premium live event. Will there be a match on the pre-show? That was one that we talked about before and missed on this, but
yeah,
we'll get it. It's new.
It happens. So, on this Night of Nights in Philadelphia, night 1 of 2, the extravaganza, as it were, Lincoln Financial Field, where the Philadelphia Eagles play, and quite the set, you know? This is kind of what the set looked like, to be completely honest with you. They had a giant XL on the stage with LEDs and the boards and everything, and you know what? There was some pyro, so not too bad there. Right away, out the gate for the pre-show, what was it, countdown to WrestleMania? It wasn't a kickoff. It was literally countdown to WrestleMania. Opens with Michael Cole, Big E, CM Punk, and Pat McAfee. And they were there for the first hour, and then they switched out for Jackie Redmond and Wade Barrett. So then Pat McAfee and Michael Cole could go get ready for the main show. They were backstage. They were across town. They have gotten themselves into whoring themselves out, as in the WWE, for any sponsorship possible now. This is sponsored. That's sponsored. The ring's now sponsored by Prime, of course, because you got to have cred. The whiskey, the bus was sponsored. The ring posts were sponsored. There's all kinds of... There's sponsorships for you. Everybody's getting sponsorships. So there was money flowing in like none other. Promos for the whole 2 hours, again, with, you know, getting you pumped up to buy in to the main event. As we finally... I should also include that when it started, the opening video for the countdown to WrestleMania was the WrestleMania Open. Because they played it again, and I didn't really like it the first time. So, disappointing. And I'm sure we'll see it again tomorrow night.
With a slight change.
Maybe, yeah. Highlights from tonight's episode, probably, yes. So, leading up right before the top of the hour, of course, 6 p.m. Central Time, because we got a 4+ hour show ahead of us with, what do we say, 7 matches? I got that over here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes.
Okay. Should be noted that night 1 said to be sold out, and 72,543 in attendance for night 1.
This.
So we cut backstage, and we're following Triple H up into the gorilla position. The open plays, and then we get the Star-Spangled Banner. Thank God that we finally get that. The actual national anthem instead of America the Beautiful all the time. So that was perfect. Love it. No flyover. I was kind of disappointed. Hopefully there's a flyover tomorrow night, but no flyover. Graphics, very good. I enjoy them. Lower thirds are nice. Very, very fancy. They got all of the subtleties in the background and stuff, and I like that subtle motion. Keeps rolling in there. And then, right after the national anthem, Triple H comes out welcoming us to the new era, as they are now under the TKO banner. A lot of people are calling this the Triple H era or the Paul Levesque era. And welcomed everybody to WrestleMania. And Cole even called it the Triple H era. And you know what? We'll see. As we go on down, he basically was in the ring for 30 seconds. And then he gone. And then guess what? after the groundbreaking era announcement, a promo. Nothing like starting off the show with a promo. Whatever. First match on the card after the promo is the WWE Women's Championship match. Your Women's Champion Rhea Ripley versus the man, Becky Lynch. And now, Howard, you have the official list over there, and that was like 24 hours ago. So,
yes. So in the predictions here, you went with Becky Lynch. I think you thought that this might be her time to come back, hold the title, and I ended up choosing Rhea Ripley because I think she's right now currently one of the hottest things in the women's division, and you're gonna just leave the title on her.
Right.
Yeah.
And as a side note, Midnight Rocker talking about potentially having WrestleMania coming to Minneapolis next year. From my insider sources, it is a very high likelihood, and we will find out tomorrow night, probably between 7 and 8 p.m., unless they jump the gun and announce it during the countdown to WrestleMania. So, high likelihood there. All right, this match, 17 minutes, 5 seconds in length. Motionless in White was also performing loosely because they cut back to the band as Rhea was mostly in the ring and they weren't playing. So, yeah.
Interesting.
It's also noted that Becky Lynch apparently is suffering from strep throat and has a 102-degree fever. So, I'd be like, nah, I'm good. Let's do this later. So, lots of fiery action right away as we hit the bell. 1, 2, 3 right away. They're exchanging blows, slaps, kick, tornado DDT. There's a suplex. 1. Bunch of strikes. They're fighting with forearms, back heel kicks, drop kicks, off the rope, the turnbuckles, more punches, springboard side kick, and a leg drop. Becky Lynch tries to go for the disarmer, but Rhea was able to get out. Goes out of the ring. Becky starts driving Rhea into the barrier out there. And then I guess I might not be. I might have to talk into the microphone a little bit, according to a loyal source. Yeah. All right, let's talk into the microphone. Although I think it's just auto leveling it for whatever reason. But Anyway, let's see what we can do. We'll do it live. 'Cause why not? All right. As we're going, Ripley picked up Becky Lynch and did 2 power bombs at a near fall with the sit-up power bomb as well. Rhea hit a headbutt and then got countered with a kick by Becky Lynch. Continually back and forth, they're running. Thrust kick from Rhea, forearm back and forth. Another headbutt that sent Rhea shoulder first into the ring post. Becky tried to get the disarm her in the turnbuckles, but Rhea countered with the prism trap, a roll-up manhandle slam, and 2 count there. Rhea tries to go for the riptide, ends up hitting it, and then, Becky countered with a suplex, 2, except it was the superplex, so it's like a 2.5. Transitions into the disarm her again, and then Rhea picked Becky up well in the disarm her over the top rope, threw her onto the floor in a huge electric chair drop. They then got back into the ring, hit a frog splash by Rhea and a near fall. She tried to go for a superplex. Becky countered. Ripley landed on her feet, connected with a huge riptide for a 1, 2, and 3. Your winner and still champion, Rhea Ripley.
All right. Well, this sounds like a good opening match, which is good. That's what you want. You want a nice, solid opener. So I'm excited to hear that, hey, I'm starting off in the positives and
at 100%.
Yep, it can only go downhill from here.
Yeah, you know. Okay. Guess what? Another promo. Or if you're not a premium subscription subscriber, or whatever you call it on the Peacock, then you get commercials. All right, 6-pack tag team ladder match for the Undisputed WWE Tag Team Championship match. This match was 17 minutes, 25 seconds in length. And mid-match, I had to text Howard at my pissed off of pistivities, just like what happened right there, taking us off the air for a second. Unbelievable.
Yeah, and this one, Kidder, and I'm excited to hear about this because it's not often that you text me mid-show to tell me anything. And if I'm not mistaken, because my phone's up there, like the text that you sent me was like, "This match is stupid." Anyway, on the prediction side of things, Kidder, you went out on a limb and chose Awesome Truth to win. I went with a favorite of mine, even though I also kind of thought this was going out on a limb a bit. I went with DIY to win. This match is so bad it's affecting Kidder's allergies.
I'm raging from dust and this match. Okay, so this match officially, again, 17 minutes and 25 seconds in length. Here's the deal. This is what set me off right away. Both sets of titles had to be retrieved for the match to end. So you know what that means? On one hanger, they have the SmackDown titles, and then on another hanger, they have the Raw titles. So you know what that means. When you see that and you hear that, they're doing something screwy with it.
Yeah. That sounds that way. Either that or you're splitting the titles. But
we're off. It's, again, as we mentioned, everybody right there, suddenly they ring the bell, ding, 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 and they're off. Center of the ring erupts. Chaos going at it. Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa go right after Finn Bálor. Kofi grabs a ladder, hits Tyler Breeze. Grayson Waller and Theory stand in the ring with ladders while everybody's outside the ring. Pete Dunne, Ciampa, and Theory try to climb the ladders, but Gargano stops Trent. Then, as they are going around the ring, New Day sets up a ladder. Kofi and Xavier Woods accidentally knock both of the other ladders over. Finn Bálor and Damian Priest start attacking New Day, throwing Kofi out of the ring. Priest starts beating up Pete Dunne, uses a ladder as a weapon against Dunne, Ciampa, and Waller. Finn Bálor then attacks Trent with a boot, but Priest misses the hip strike as Trent attacks or escapes the ladder. Trent then attempts an airplane spin with Bálor holding the ladder, but Kofi collides with the ladder. Bálor releases the ladder, turning the move into an airplane spin. So, yes, you heard it correctly that Bálor was on top of the ladder, on top of Trent, and they were doing the airplane spin. And then the ladder fell off, but Bálor was still on top of Trent, so he continued doing the airplane spin. Yes. Exactly. Interesting, but
yeah.
But yes. So then Trent gets pulled to the floor by another competitor. Ciampa starts attacking Grayson. Waller starts chopping him to death. Trent and Pete Dunne climb a ladder outside the ring, launch themselves off with moonsaults onto everybody below. Bate attempts to climb, but Priest delivers the Razor's Edge to Dunne into the ladder. Miz yanks Priest off the ladder and then gets punched by Finn. Truth enters the ring. He goes over to the corner and he's trying to get the hot tag. The whole crowd's cheering him and they're like, Truth, it's not a tag match. Get in there. So Miz runs over, tags him in. Everybody goes nuts. He takes down Priest with his, of course, 5 moves of doom from his hero, John Cena, including the flying shoulder tackle, a blue thunder bomb, 5-knuckle shuffle. Truth then goes for an attitude adjustment onto the ladder, but after hitting it, he goes for the pinfall, and somebody's counting 3, but obviously you have to get the titles from up top. And I agree with Lazy Goalie there, because we may have a better chance of having Screwball Peanut Butter Whiskey sponsoring the Shenanigans matches.
Oh, shucks, I'm all out.
Hey, maybe they could sponsor us and send you a case.
I don't know that I need a case.
Yeah, because they're going to sponsor us, right? And then we'll give it away.
That'd be thinking. Although we did just put out a short tonight about peanut butter.
I don't know what you're talking about. If anybody from Screwball's watching. Anyway.
Wait,
so
we can clear it just by saying the opinions of PK, who was our guest at the time, do not reflect the opinions of the Triple B.
Yeah, there you go. See the text on the bottom here. So Truth even attempts an attitude adjustment onto the ladder. No pinfall. Miz and Truth start strategizing, turn their attention to try and get the titles. Priest tries to stop them, but gets double kick. Miz finishes him off with a skull-crushing finale. Also, I do have to mention that one of the ladders that was in the ring at this time, 4 or 5 of the competitors tried to climb it at the same time, and it started to buckle. So they literally, the refs were yelling at them not to use it. And so they had to find a way to get off the ladder. Priest then picked it up, threw it out of the ring. Also, just to mention as we keep going, Gargano and Ciampa capitalize in this chaos with the skull-crushing finale and start going after the Raw Tag Team titles, start super kicks and angel wings on Finn. Meanwhile, Miz and Truth start going for the SmackDown tag titles, but Waller and Theory thwart their attempt, climb the ladder, and grab the SmackDown championship. And then the announcement of your winner of the SmackDown Tag Team Championships, Grayson Waller and Austin Theory. So, they're still kind of celebrating. They got the belts. And then Trent punches Grayson Waller, then teams with Pete Dunne to powerbomb Waller through a ladder that was set up from the ring to the commentary table. Dunne keeps going after him, drop kicking Kofi, then sends Ciampa through the barrier. Johnny Gargano takes out Pete Dunne and Finn Bálor with a cannonball. Ciampa throws Trent into a pile of drinks. You know, the prime drink refreshment station that was set up over in the corner next to the commentary, because yes, Prime was a sponsor and Prime set up a whole drink cart off to the side. So Gargano and Ciampa start working together to set up tables. Targeting Kofi, Ciampa and Gargano try to suplex through a table, but Xavier Wood intervenes. The chaos continues with Kofi putting Ciampa on a precarious ladder bridge, and Woods launches a springboard elbow at Ciampa. Everybody except Kofi and Woods is sent crashing to the floor. Kofi attempts a high-risk trust fall, this was crazy. Theory cuts him off on the ladder. Dunne and Trent take down Theory with a double burning hammer. Johnny Gargano sends Pete Dunne flying with a slingshot DDT. He goes through a table. Then Ciampa and Trent battle at the top of a ladder, with Trent reaching for the titles. Ciampa counters, and from the top of the ladder, hits a super air raid crash off the ladder, taking both of them out. Truth realizes the people are down. He gets in the ring, sets up a ladder, starts his ascent, but suddenly out of the crowd, JD McDonough comes on in, runs up, and hits the devil inside maneuver. So JD assists Finn Bálor climbing up the ladder, but Kofi and Xavier Woods start interfering and grabbing, hit him with the forearm, but then they also grab the chair. Start hitting him, push the ladder over. When they pushed the ladder over, it sent JD McDonough off the top of the ladder through a different set of tables on the floor. By God, that man's got a family. Priest comes in, starts taking control, hits Razor's Edge on Kofi on top of a chair. Then he tries to climb the ladder, but Miz starts punching him and challenges for the titles. At this point, this is where the ladder starts really bending because of the weight. So Priest kicks Truth and sends the ladder flying outside after they jumped off. So at this point, Truth runs out, grabs up another ladder, sets it up, starts going up to the top. He shoves Priest off the ladder because Priest came running up to try and get him. Hits an attitude adjustment on Priest, then sends Priest over the top rope. Truth runs up there and has a little bit of issue, but pulls the Raw Tag Team Championships off the carabiner at the top, and Awesome Truth win the Raw Tag Team Championship.
All right. So what was the thing that really was?
That made me agitated?
Yeah.
The belt splitting. Because we don't need two sets of belts. Because the tag division isn't that big to begin with. There should be one set of tag team belts.
Yeah, I can see that. I'm going to guess that with the whole network kind of deal, they wanted to be able to have a tag team title on each brand. And it's Triple H is in charge. I think we could see more tag teams coming up. I think that he is a bigger fan of tag team wrestling than Vince ever was. So we could be entering a new era of tag teams. But Kidder, I have to say, DIY won neither of the titles. I'm still giving you the point for Awesome Truth because that is correct. But this means, Kidder, we got to do a penalty shot. So pick a number between 1 and 4.
Hey, Google. Pick a number between 1 and 4. One.
Okay. At least it wasn't 3.
That way it's fair. You see that? That is in the interest of fairness in this show. I could have just said, Rude Boy, give me a number.
Yeah, you could have, and Rude Boy would have said 3.
Well, let's see. What does he have to say? Maybe he's got something to say. Maybe Midnight Rocker wants to pick 2. Let's see what he has to say.
Well, I mean, listen, he can pick the next one. But anyway, hey, if you know, you know. Oh.
You know, I think I have a jar to bring over to you.
No.
I brought that today.
No. Oh. Ugh.
And Brother Smalls joining the shenanigans. Good evening, Brother Smalls.
Oh.
Welcome to the pain.
Okay. I'll be all right.
You ready? Ready for the next match?
That one surprisingly hit me harder than I was expecting. Oh, I hope I mean, at least we're 2 matches down. I don't have to take too many more of those.
Yeah, maybe.
Sad thing is, Kidder actually probably knows how well I did on this.
I mean, I could, but where's the fun in that? Besides, there's another promo to air unless you're not a premium subscriber, so you get commercials. Smalls wants to make predictions tomorrow. Absolutely, you can. We have a post on Facebook. Drop your predictions on there, or you can also, continue to drop them in the comments here. We are at match number 3 of the night. So if you would like to drop your predictions in as we go for the night, I know you already know what happened, but I knew you had an idea before the show, so you can drop in your predictions as well. Next match is a tag team match. Rey Mysterio and Andrade versus Santos Escobar and Dominik Mysterio, or Dirty Dom, as it were. This match, 11 minutes, 5 seconds in length.
Wow. Not a lot of time for this one. And back-to-back tag team matches?
Yep.
Wow. That's right. I'm sharing the predictions. Listen, I'm going to blame that one on the shot.
You made the list.
Yeah. This one, Kidder, is one of the very few, because we had very few picks that we both agreed on, and this is one of them. We both chose the team of Rey Mysterio and Andrade.
All right. So, right away, should also mention, won't guess these matches. All right, no problem there, Smalls. You can give us your guesses on the Facebook when you can. The LWO accompanied Rey Mysterio and Andrade, and then a couple people from the other faction of whatever it is. So Angel, Berto, and Electra Lopez joined Santos Escobar and Dom to the ring. So the match opens. It's Rey versus Santos. Santos hits a knee strike. Rey counters with a head scissors takedown. Dom tags in, attempts a suplex on Rey. Rey escapes. Andrade enters the ring, starts chopping Dom. Knocks Santos off the apron with a spinning back elbow. Rey tags back in and teams up with Andrade for a crossbody onto Dom and Santos outside the ring. This was one of the coolest crossbodies that I've ever seen because Rey was on top of Andrade and they jumped off the ropes like this. It was really cool. So the two of them, you know how they're always on the bottom and standing next to the ring. So Rey's up here and Andrade's here, and they jumped like this. It was really cool. It was a cool spot.
I'm gonna have to find this one.
Yes. So they're trying to bring the tension. Rey slaps Dominik as they're back in the ring. Rey attempts a slingshot head scissors. Dom dodges it, sends him into the ring post. A brawl erupts between them, and Dunne counters a whip from Rey with a back heel kick. The action spills out of the ring again. Rey throws a forearm. Dom retaliates, knocks Rey off the apron. Santos tags in, takes advantage, kicks Rey, and sends him into the ring. Dom lands a corkscrew back elbow onto Rey for a near fall. Santos tags in, delivers a hit back elbow of his own. They hit drop kicks in stereo on Rey's head, nearly securing another pinfall. Santos further torments Rey, pulling his mask, trying to pull it off his face, and hits him in a tree of woe. He methodically starts attacking Rey, starts kicking, hits a snapmare and a seated abdominal stretch. The match reaches a boiling point as Santos continues to taunt Rey by continuing to pull at his match. More punches sends Santos into the corner, starts gaining momentum, lands punches, climbs onto Santos' shoulder, hits a near fall with a code red. Andrade and Dom hit the hot tag. Andrade starts taking control, overpowering Dom, and then overpowers Santos, hits a clothesline and a dragon screw, followed by another clothesline and a running double knee strike in the corner. He nearly hits the pinfall there with the Andrade moonsault, but comes up with 2. Rey and Santos return to the ring. Rey hits a seated splash and then a Hurricane Rana, sending Santos into the ropes, then throws Dom out of the ring, isolates Santos, hits the 619, stuns Santos. Andrade then takes care of Dom on the outside. Santos comes back in, stops Rey at the turnbuckles, and counters with a Hurricane Rana of his own for a near fall. Chaos goes back out to the ring. Zelina Vega and Carlito get involved in the brawl. But looking back at the ring, Santos connects with a running double knee strike, driving Rey shoulder first to the ring post. And then suddenly, out of nowhere, 2 masked men run in, preventing Dom from using a chair to end the match. Rey takes advantage of this, sending Santos into the ropes, delivering a 619 to both Santos, and tagged in Dominik. A huge frog splash. Rey gets a 1, 2, and 3. Your winner of this interesting tag match is Andrade and Rey Mysterio.
Mm.
And,
Get her.
Yes.
No, go ahead. Finish your thought.
You might be sitting there wondering who were the 2 masked men who came in.
I am.
Who
were they?
Asking?
That's not what I was going to ask, but since you're on the topic, who was it? Who could it be?
I mean, there's a song about that. Who could it be now? Well, it just happens to be Jason Kelsey and Lane Johnson from the Philadelphia Eagles. As they took off their masks and then ripped their shirts apart. I believe that you had perhaps another question for me.
I did, because, hey, masked men running in, having an impact on the match. Hitter! Is this our DraftKings screwy finish of the night? Match 3? Could it be?
Well, looking at the card, we already know the headline for tonight will be screwy. So, yes, it is the DraftKings screwy finish of the night, just because of the outside interference and the pulling of the chair away from Dominik Mysterio and actually having a finish to this match.
All right. Wow. I mean, I guess you are correct. We kind of know that the main event is going to have some screwiness to it. So the fact that this match had Jason Kelsey, involved, yeah, that's pretty screwy. That's
yeah.
I would not have expected that.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Ready for the next one?
I sure am.
It's a singles match, and guess what? It's 11 minutes and 5 seconds in length, and it is the Battle of the Usos, Jay versus Jimmy, Uso versus no Uso, or shall we say Yeet versus no Yeet.
Yeah, and in this one, Kidder, we decided to go differently. You're on Team No Yeet, which I will also add you put as going out on a limb. I'm on Team Yeet. So,
okay,
which I'm hoping is correct, because if I probably take another one of these shots, I'm probably going to yeet my dinner.
See what he did there. Hey, Lil Wayne was backstage, and then suddenly he starts singing and going out to the ring, and then he starts singing Jey Uso's theme song. It was kind of awkward. And then Jimmy Uso made his entrance. By the way, between the match, guess what? Another match promo. Another 5-minute promo. Because why not?
Yeah,
We still have Rude Boy and everybody here. Everybody, check in. I see Smalls leaving his comments in there. So thanks for those predictions there. I'm hoping that Howard isn't paying attention to those.
What?
Stop it.
What?
Stop it.
What am I supposed to be looking at?
He's doing for tomorrow.
Okay.
And we're not there yet, but we already locked our prediction in, so it doesn't matter what Smalls says. All right, I did not like this match.
Ooh.
I thought this was the most boring match on the card, next to the start of the main event, which we'll get to later.
Wow. That's surprising to hear because Jimmy and Jay are both talented.
Yes.
I saw some of the lead-up promos to this match. They were fire.
Yes.
I was expecting this one to be a hot one. I thought this one might actually be a contender for match of the night.
You would think that, yes. But getting into it, no. One of the wrestling pages I follow posted, take a shot for every super kick. Howard, you want to play along?
No, I'll pass.
Sure?
I'll pass. I'll stick to
It's
my
only 11
own.
minutes, 5 seconds. Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm going to stick to my own drinking game for my sanity.
Okay. And since Midnight Rocker's still in the chat, he asked what we're drinking. Still sipping on a Busch Light here, thanks to Rude Boy Kyle. And Howard's got mystery shots to his left and what's left of a Coke to his right. See what I did there?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And they're all punishing.
Left.
All of the shots are punishing.
And what's right. So right away, before Jimmy even gets to the ring, Jay dives onto him, starts punching him, throws him into the ring post. They get into the ring, bell rings. Jimmy misses a clothesline. Then Jay clotheslines Jimmy over the top rope. Jay dives on Jimmy. Jay kicks Jimmy from the apron. Jay dives with a crossbody for a near fall. Jimmy fights back with a Samoan drop. And then Jimmy hip attacks into the corner. Jimmy corners Jay with running hip attacks, then adds a boot to the head, throws Jay off the turnbuckles. Jimmy lands 2 thrust kicks, followed by a super kick that sends Jay reeling. He connects with another thrust kick and then attempts a splash, but Jay dodges. Jay retaliates with a super kick of his own. Jimmy and Jay exchange punches back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Jay attempts a suplex, but Jimmy escapes. Then there's trading strikes and thrust kicks, uppercuts, back heel kicks, and dragon whips. Jimmy lands a super kick, but Jay answers back with a super kick. Jay demands more, and then they super kick each other back and forth, and back and forth, and back and forth. And then guess what? More super kicks back and forth. They throw more super kicks, and then there's a running thrust kick. Jay throws another super kick, but Jimmy blocks it. Jimmy, who's down, extends a hand in apology. Jay stands there bewildered. He looks like he's going to give up. Jay comes in, starts accepting the handshake, helps Jimmy up to his feet. Then Jimmy capitalizes on the moment, hits a super kick. Wow. Oh, couldn't even believe it. He climbs to the turnbuckles, connects with a frog splash, 5-star frog splash, near fall. Jay responds with a spear followed by a frog splash, and then a 1, 2, and 3. Jay picking up the victory over Jimmy there with about 3,000 super kicks back and forth, and Jay was standing over Jimmy. The reason I hated it is because I almost fell asleep because it was the same thing for most of the match, back and forth. There wasn't a lot of extra spice to keep me interested, and it reminded me a lot of the Young Bucks and F the Young Bucks.
Yeah. All that I'm really going to say about this match, Kidder, is we clearly missed the opportunity for a bonus question of how many super kicks.
Yeah, but then I would have had to count all of them. And, I mean, do you really want to try and differentiate specifically with all, like, the thrust kicks? I mean,
It's
yeah,
okay.
super kick to the face, a thrust kick to the midsection. So you should be able to, but when it's whack, 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 what number are we on? Crap.
Yeah. I made that mistake. But Kidder, I did get that one wrong. I had Jimmy. You had Jay. Who should we ask to pick a number?
Oh, Midnight Rocker had the last question.
So Midnight Rocker, pick a number between 1 and 4. Might take him a while to.
4. He was ready. Look at that. I'm going to take him a while. Bam! Right off the top. Midnight Rocker, no slacker.
Man, I haven't opened this one in a while.
Uh-oh.
Got it. This is a punishment shot classic. I'll say that.
Classic. Okay.
Yeah. Probably the most pleasant thing I got down here for a punishment shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's
so
watching
hey,
us on the TV. So this shot's for you.
Yeah. And hey, if you've been watching these, if you know, you know. Peppermint.
Well, now you're basically giving it away.
I am on that one.
Yeah.
But it's a classic.
Maybe Local Geek hasn't made it to this point. Local Geek, if you made it to this point, drop a comment.
He's probably be like, finally, I got one of these.
All right. And Small says he has something for Howard, Rude Boy, and me.
Uh-oh.
Is it a joke?
Do you want it? Do you want a joke? Here.
I think Smalls does while he's typing his response.
Do you want a joke?
Do you have one on a page that we maybe used earlier? Just throw one of those out there.
Yeah, we're good. We'll save that for the the main show. You know, all those fans who love the dad joke of the week.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
Get her. I've yet to glue anything to my hand, so.
Hey, it's a start. I mean, you've only had 2 shots.
That is true, and I am a modeling professional.
For the record, he doesn't model unless you pay him enough. Right. Smalls, still waiting for your response there, so we'll continue along while we do that. Professionals. Thanks, Midnight Rocker. Appreciate that one. Check's in the mail. I hope it cashes. And next on the card is a 6-woman tag team match. This is for nothing. You get nothing, even though the women's tag champs are involved in this match. Whatever. Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill, and Naomi versus the new Damage Control of Dakota Kai, Asuka, and Kairi Sane. And, of course, Io Sky not involved with this because she is on the show tomorrow night. I believe both of us picked Team Belair, Cargill, Naomi.
Yes, because, they are probably going to try to make a big push with Jade Cargill. And, what better way to start that off than having a victory at WrestleMania? So we both went with Team Cargill.
Perfect. Also appreciate Midnight Rocker for hanging out with us here, too. Not all the time, so it's always a privilege when he gets to join in. And Rude Boy and Smalls. It's like we actually have an audience tonight. This is great. Hit the like, hit the thumbs up, and share. Share it if you want. Sharing is caring. This match was 8 minutes, 5 seconds. Yeah, 8 minutes.
Wow. They're either saving up for something really big, or maybe it's just because, Kidder, all you're saying is, and there's another 5-minute promo that is like,
oh, there was. If I forget, between every one of these, there's a 5-minute promo.
But that might be why, like, hey, we got to cut the match's length down because we got all these promos we got to work in.
Yes. Yes. So, really cool, because so obviously Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill, and Naomi enter first. They each get their own entrance of sort, but there's some kind of rock music that's playing, and then a spotlight shows them up there, basically on top of this big platform. And then saving time for more ads to shove at the fans. You are correct there. Unless you pay for premium and then you get a promo. So they're on top of this big platform, illuminated from the back, and they're kind of dancing, and the whole platform lowers down. And then they do entrances one at a time. Jade Cargill's entrance music hits first, and the Titantron, everything. Then Naomi. And, of course, as I may have mentioned, she has a new theme since returning. And then Bianca Belair right after that, down to the ring. And Brother Smalls, thanks for the donation. For some reason, it didn't show up through the Streamlabs here. But thanks for the donation there. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
Love it. Then there are, help me out again, Howard. The traditional Japanese women with the fans and the flowers.
The geishas?
Yes, thank you. For the word was escaping me. There were 4 of the geishas up on the stage, and kind of doing a little a little fan routine, and then the music hits Damage Control, and now instead of Bailey saying Damage Control, it's either Asuka or Kairi Sane saying Damage Control, and the theme song is now in Japanese.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah. So they come down to the ring and they're throwing the petals. What would they be? Not the rose petals.
Cherry blossoms.
Cherry blossom flowers. Yes, thank you. See, I'll get
You're
around
welcome.
to it one of these years. Promise I know what I'm talking about. So, again, we already said that we picked Team Cargill. Match opens, Asuka versus Naomi. Naomi hits a side headlock on Asuka right away. Kairi tags in. Naomi dodges, hits a double drop kick. Naomi then follows it up with a drop kick at the corner, roundhouse kick, and a split-legged moonsault for 2. Dakota Kai kicks Naomi off the turnbuckles where Kairi distracts the referee. Kairi then attacks Naomi with an elbow drop from the turnbuckles. Kairi gets a 2 count on Naomi. Asuka tags back in, starts hitting kicks. Kairi follows up with a kick, and then Asuka hits a bulldog. Kairi then hits a drop kick, another 2 count. Naomi starts fighting back, punches against Asuka, and Asuka returns the favor. Naomi takes control, a double cutter on Kari and Dakota in the corner. She tries to tag in her partner, but Dakota cuts her off. Jade attempts to intervene, creating an opening for Bianca to tag in. Bianca comes in, hits a huge flurry of offense, connecting with some shoulder tackles and drop kicks, overpowers Asuka and hits a huge delayed suplex as she marched around first one on Kari. Bianca displays her athleticism by swinging her hair around, hits a shoulder strike on Asuka and Kari in the corner. She starts pummeling them with punches, flips over Dakota Kai as she's charging at her. Bianca continues to hit her dominance with a gut buster on Dakota, a spine buster on Asuka, and then Bianca executes a press slam on Kari, driving her on top of Asuka and Dakota. The crowd starts going nuts because then Bianca delivers a handspring moonsault on top of all three with a 1, 2, and kick out. And they mentioned that would have been the first time that anybody can ever recall that 3 people would have been pinned simultaneously. Jade is asking to be tagged in, but Dakota disrupts Bianca with pulling the hair and nearly steals the win there. Close 2 count. Kari and Asuka tag in, combining a code breaker into a blockbuster, another near fall. Asuka continues control with a knee strike. Bianca then starts rallying, gets some forearms against Asuka and Dakota. Lands on her feet, hits a double suplex attempt. She tags in a huge fired up Jade, throws some forearms and kicks at her opponents. Jade starts overpowering Asuka with a choke slam, but catches Kari midair, hits a backbreaker, then adds a back body drop to Dakota and a corner splash before attempting a phantom driver on Asuka, gets a near fall. Bianca comes running in, attempts a KOD on Kari, but Asuka intervenes. During the chaos, Asuka accidentally hits the blue mist on Kari. Bianca capitalizes, whips Asuka with her hair, which resonated and echoed to the top of the rafters in the stadium. Whap! It looked like it hurt. Before actually hitting the KOD, Jade grabs Dakota Kai, hits Jaded, and a 1, 2, and a 3 with the lick of the fingers. Jade Cargill, Bianca Belair, and Naomi, the winners of your 8-minute, 5-second tag team women's match.
I mean, this doesn't sound like a bad match. Short, for sure. And as I can say, very predictable in how they were going to spin this. And so I don't know that we need to spend a lot of time on it. This was clearly a match to fill some time. So, but yep, we were right. Big push for Jade coming. So we'll see where she ends up going next, opponent-wise. That's the end of my Coke.
Yeah, I actually ran out of my Bush.
Do you need me to bring you another bubble stash?
No. You can shine that sumbitch up, turn it sideways, and stick it straight down the recycle bin.
It's good stuff, man. Good stuff.
If you like drinking trees. Anyway, there's that. Okay. So we have 2 matches left.
Woohoo!
I guess I have water, so that's fine. Put that one right there since I'm done. What?
I do have something else.
Oh. Okay.
I just remember to have a body armor down here. So,
it's good.
Body armor, tropical passion fruit.
You're on the north side. I don't want you to get shot. You gotta have your body armor.
Yeah.
With all those shots happening around you, it's good to have that body armor nearby.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Good. I'm hydrating. That's very important when taking punishment shots and preventing the hangover. Yeah.
Midnight Rocker must like that flavor because he said, "Oh, passion."
Yeah. Well, that I screwed up the word fruit at the end of it. So yeah, that was, I've been drinking a little bit.
I like that he tried typing in there that some good stuff, but ended up saying that you look trash, and then fresh, and then OT trash. So it's like overtime trash. He's overtly trash. Midnight Rocker with the shots fired. Good thing you got that body armor.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so we know the two matches that are left. We have the Intercontinental Championship followed by the Tag Team match to wrap up our night one. And this thing's been going for a while already. Oh, Howard's your favorite. All right, fine. Well, let's just hit another promo.
Yeah.
Fine.
Well,
don't even know what to say to that. Okay. Next up is the Intercontinental Championship. Your Intercontinental Champion Gunther versus Sami Zayn. This match 15 minutes 30 seconds.
Yeah, and
that is true, Rocker. We did have dinner, so I do have your heart. Yes, more than one dinner.
Yeah. On this one, Kidder, on the predictions, you went with Sami Zayn, and I'm a big Sami Zayn fan. Have been for a long time, but I just don't think that he needs the push that you would get from beating Gunther, who is now the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion. So I have Gunther to retain. So one of us is going to score a point on this match.
Yes. And I'm just curious at the days. I'm going to see if I can find how many days it is, because obviously it's a record setting length. And I don't know if I can find it here.
I want to say it's somewhere in like the ballpark of 800, but that's a guess.
So 666 days.
Huh.
Today.
Wow. That interesting.
I'd also like to mention that Midnight Rocker and I split the delicious wheat bread at Outback. So, it was good. All right.
I like how there's now all of a sudden this weird triangle relationship going on between you and Midnight Rocker and me. It's a little weird, Kidder.
It's not weird. It's Outback. It's delicious.
Is it Outback or is it a holiday?
Clearly an Outback. You and I have broken bread at Outback too, but that was 20 years ago.
Yes.
It's depressing. That's what that is. That's depressing. All right, here we go. Lady and the Tramp, yes. The butter was the separator in the middle. Okay. Let's see here. I'm trying to recall everything that happened because the entrances were pretty good. Sami Zayn obviously making his entrance first. He met his family backstage first, his wife and his son, talking about, don't want to be out there in case I lose. And then he met up with Chad Gable, who had been training him to prepare for this match. And Midnight Rocker saying, Howard, when you visit, y'all can make some precious moments together. So I'm looking forward to hearing about that. And maybe having some blackmail photos. Sami Zayn then starts making his way to the ring and comes around the corner before Gorilla. And guess who's standing right there? None other than Kevin Owens, baby. Gives him a hug and then slaps him a couple times and says, "You could do this," and sends him out to the ring. Gunther does his entrance like normal, and he has his two minions there with him at the top of the steps. Giovanni Vinci and the other guy.
Ludwig Kaiser, I believe.
Yes, that sounds right. Yeah, thank you. Ludwig Kaiser.
I'm just trying to get something right because, Kidder, with the build-up for the Sami Zayn entrance, I'm not feeling so great about my pick.
Hey, Mr. Rambam subscribing. Thank you for that. And dropping a little coin there into the Triple B glass on the screen. So thank you. Thanks for the sub. Appreciate that. So here we go. They're in the ring. Sami Zayn circles Gunther several times. They lock up. They're throwing punches. They're chopping. Sami Zayn's hitting some hard chops. Straight chops. Starting to kind of make Gunther get all red and even borderline getting the hamburger going. You know what I mean? Gunther overpowers him, shoves, and misses a chop. Zayn keeps persisting, hits the chops and punches, takes Gunther down. Zayn then gets back up, starts throwing more chops, and then hits a high-risk springboard leapfrog. Gunther catches him mid-air and turns it into a crazy German suplex. 1. Gunther dominates, more chops, uppercuts, kicks, and then Zayn gets up, hits one chop. Gunther overpowers him and starts chopping him. They're chopping so much, it's like Joey with the slap chop right in the middle of the ring. You got the carrots, you put the onion, slap chop, you got your lunch right there. Bam! They're trading chops back and forth. Zayn finally connects with a huge clothesline. Gunther starts controlling the match with more chops. Like I said, damn slap chop action happening right in the middle of the ring. And then, Sami Zayn starts fighting back, starts punches him, kicking him, then takes him down. The half and half suplex, 2. Then connects with another, 3. I mean, it's a half. Is that a half point? It's still a suplex. It's a half and half suplex. Is that 1?
I don't know.
Howard the ref needs to rule on this.
Well, you know what? I'll make a note. I'll send him an email.
Yeah. Send a carrier pigeon, please.
Maybe Howard the ref will come down here and be here for night 2, and he can make some rulings. That's a tease, folks.
He's gonna measure something. He's got a measuring cup he's gonna bring with him. Can I borrow a cup of sugar? All right. So they're going back and forth once again. Gunther responds with a near-fall clothesline, but Sami refuses to stay down. Gunther continues chopping and attempts a powerbomb, but Sami blocks it. Attempts a wrist lock, throws more chops before launching a tornado DDT off the ropes, and stuns the champion. Gunther throws Sami Zayn into a sleeper, but Zayn fights out, hits a crossface of his own. Gunther then regains control, hits another sleeper, and then a body scissors hold. Zayn struggles to his feet, desperately tries to reach the ropes. Gunther overpowers him, hits a German suplex for Zayn, showing resilience, stops Gunther, launches him into the turnbuckles with an exploder. Sets up for the haluva kick, but Gunther counters with a drop kick and then a huge near-fall powerbomb for 2. Gunther surprises Sami with a haluva kick of his own, which, not good. Zayn responds, and hits a haluva kick, gets a near fall there. Now they're kicking and pretending they're the Usos. Charging for each other. Gunther cuts him off with a clothesline and then hits a powerbomb. Gunther tries a second powerbomb to pin Zayn, but gets another 2 count. Gunther then looks over at Sami Zayn's wife, who's in the front row, starts yelling at her, and then hits Sami Zayn with some more slaps, chops, kicks, and a stranglehold. The ref starts warning Gunther for his excessive aggression. And then, despite hitting another clothesline, a powerbomb, and 2 frog splashes, Gunther continues taunting Sami Zayn's wife over getting the pinfall. Zayn becomes enraged, hits a haluva kick to Gunther in the turnbuckles, followed by another turnbuckle brainbuster, an incredible brainbuster at that, from the top of the turnbuckle, hits a pair of 2 more haluva kicks. One sends Gunther crashing to the mat. Sami Zayn comes in for the cover at a 1, 2, and 3. That's right. The winner and new Intercontinental Champion is Sami Zayn. All right. Was Smalls going to pick this one?
Yeah.
Or Rude Boy?
Whichever one
Whoever
responds first.
Ah!
Pick a number. 1 and 4.
Both of us just said that at the same time.
Great minds, man. Great minds.
Yep.
Who will respond first? Will it be Smalls? Will it be Rude Boy? What number will they pick? Please don't pick 3 or 1.
Well, don't make me make the assistant do it again. There we go. 2!
2. Okay.
Thanks, goalie.
We'll cue that up.
Okay. Hey, guess what? There's another promo.
Yeah.
And that's when they announced the evening's attendance again of 72,543 people in the quote-unquote sold-out arena. So tomorrow, if it's sold out, that means there should be 72,543 people there. And if there's not, somebody's lying.
I will say this, Kidder, as I'm about to partake. It's fitting that Rude Boy picked 2, because this is a type of alcohol that he enjoys. That's a hint, but cheers.
As you're dying over there, I'd also like to mention that the Lincoln Financial Field attendance record was set in 2023 at 77,900 people. So, in theory, they could fit more people in there. All right.
I'm okay.
Oh, Howard, Midnight Rocker taking a sake shot, so then you are not alone. Way to go, Rocker. A true participant in the Triple B Wrestling Review. Thank you.
A shot of sake would probably be better than what I just had.
There it is. Lazy goalie with it. There it is. He likes most of them, so circle gets the square.
All right. I'm just going to say this, Kidder. Ever since our 3-year anniversary show, the old Howard gut is just not great and tolerant to alcohol right now. Like,
that should your vitamins and saying your prayers.
That episode did a number on me. And hey, if you're in the chat and you're like, what is this? Tune in to Beer, Blues, and BS this Friday for our 3-year anniversary show. Stuff happens. It's yeah.
Circle gets the square. Or does it? You just have to tune in Friday night for the extravaganza. And please subscribe. Hit the thumbs up on our live show here and help us help you.
Kidder, I've almost finished all the mold lines on these death chickens that I'm working on, so start gluing those together here shortly.
Yeah. Yes, I agree with Rude Boy on that mixing shots is the risky business. But risk is our business. And
This is why it's called punishment shots.
yeah. And thanks, Rocker. Yeah, it's been a long 3 years getting from there to here, but we're down for probably another year or something. So we'll see how it goes. If we get people to subscribe and donate to the show, you can go to streamlabs.com/beerbluesbs and then subscribe. Little as $1 a month and help us keep this thing going. All right, you ready for the main event?
Yep. Let's
All right.
do this.
Well, everybody, there's been enough talk. It's time for the main event. So this is the Bloodline tag team of The Rock and Roman Reigns versus my son Cody Rhodes. He's coming down to the ring with Seth Rollins. The stipulation: if Cody and Seth pick up the win, then all members of the Bloodline are barred from ringside during tomorrow night's main event. If the Bloodline picks up the victory, then the undisputed WWE Universal Championship match tomorrow will be held under the Bloodline rules. And according to the Bloodline rules, there's really no rules.
Yep. On the prediction side of this, Kidder, there are actually 2 points up for grabs here. One, who wins the match? But we also, as a bonus question, did a question of who takes the pin. And part of the reason why we did that is because of the fact that almost everybody in here is involved in a match tomorrow night. And so, if you're the one who takes the pin, that's making you look weak. So that raised an interesting question. Who takes the pin? Who is going to find their back on the canvas, looking at the lights? So that is it. And in this, Kidder, you and I both chose the Bloodline to win this tag match, and we both chose Cody to be the one who takes the pin. So,
okay.
Well, 2 points on the line or 2 shots. I am so hoping that I got this right. Only Kidder knows. Well, and Smalls.
Circle gets the square.
Let's see how this goes.
So The Rock makes his entrance first, of course, after a promo. And it was pretty sweet. They had a rock emblem, so the Brahma Bull emblem outline around him at the center of the stage with flames shooting out of it. It was a cool shot from above. The Rock was also presented with the People's Championship belt last night by Muhammad Ali's wife, who accepted his entrance into the WWE Hall of Fame. So he was entering with that. And, of course, as mentioned previously, The Rock is using a combination of his latest music with his, what would be his heel music from back in the day. So that was pretty good. It's pretty good. And then I guess I should say Cody entered first, and then Seth Rollins came out for second, and then The Rock, and then Roman Reigns. The whole thing was, half an hour because Roman Reigns takes forever to get to the ring. This match was 44 minutes, 35 seconds.
Woo.
Yes. I think 5 minutes at least at the beginning were them standing there staring at each other after the bell rang. Remember the Rock Hogan match? Did you watch that back in the day at WrestleMania X8?
I didn't watch it live, but I have seen it in other replays and such. Back when there was a thing called the WWE Network that I had access to. I may have seen that one. So,
or if you want to go along the same lines, and probably even worse, the Rock Goldberg match at, I think it was WrestleMania 19.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever. They took forever to lock up. Okay. Anyway, this one started off with that. Finally, Seth and Roman were decided that they would start the match. Grappled, headlock, no upper hand, stalemate. Rollins breaks free, lands a kick into Reigns' gut. Following the strike, Rollins tags in Mathun Cody Rhodes. Rhodes and Reigns circle each other before Rhodes hits a bunch of strikes. Reigns hits a huge clothesline, driving Rhodes into the corner, but Rhodes locks up with Reigns, tests the strength. Rollins shows impatience, tags himself back in. Rock wants to tag in, so calls for a tag, and then Rock steps into the ring. Rollins circles him, laughs at him, and then Roman and Cody get back into the ring because, momentum, right? So Roman hits a headlock at Cody. Cody knees Roman in the midsection and then hits forearms. Roman dodges a clothesline and is confused. They lock up in the Greco-Roman knuckle lock, and then Cody switches to a wrist lock. Seth tags in, overpowers Roman with Cody, forces the corner. Rock wants in, Seth locks up, Rock slams him, Seth hits a headlock, and then the Rock shoves away. They lock up again, Rock corners Seth, kicks him in the midsection, Seth punches, hits him with the Irish whip, Rock clotheslines him, Rock tags in Cody, as in hits him. So they lock up, stalemate, Cody's punching, Rock's kicking, Cody's kicking, uppercuts. Cody is in the corner with the Rock, throws the Rock into the turnbuckles, starts punching him. There's a lot of the same happening over and over, back and forth, all right? At this point, Seth tags in, starts attacking. He and Cody hit both Rock and Roman with double offense. They throw Roman out of the ring. Seth throws the Rock into the drink stand. Cody sends Roman to the ring apron, and then they both head up the ramp. On the other side, again, Cody and Roman are over there in the ring apron. Seth and The Rock are over by the commentary, the Spanish announce desk. The ref starts counting. 1, 2. The Rock goes over, yells at the ref, "You better not count or I'm going to effing fire you." Except he didn't say effing. He actually said it. And then 2 seconds after he finished his sentence, the audio cuts out and comes back in. So somebody is getting fired. And it's not the ref. It's kind of silly. I laughed. I'm like, oh, a legitimate F-bomb. Okay. I can dig that. It's pay-per-view, sort of. So, the fight is now split. Seth and The Rock are punching each other, and over by the drinks, they go over the guardrail, and now they're up into the fan area. Over on the ramp, Roman attempts to suplex Cody onto the stage, but counters and suplexes Roman on the stage. Rock grabs a trash can, poof, across the head. Seth fights back, sends Rock into the guardrail. They're trading punches before Rock grabs a water bottle, takes a drink, and then with a second drink, Triple H's him in the face. So now WWE actually did split screen on this, so you could watch the live picture from both camera angles. So that was one smart move that they finally did. So I like that. Maybe they learned that from AEW. I don't know. But they haven't done that in the past. So they bring the action back to the ring. Rollins sends The Rock into the barrier again. Rock recovers, gets into the ring. Rollins is trash-talking The Rock before getting clipped by Reigns' clothesline. Rollins clutches his knee in pain. The Rock comes over and starts kicking Rollins. Rock tags in Reigns, who targets Rollins' knee with more kicks and leg twists. Reigns then uses the ring post to further hurt Rollins' knee. Of course, they're bringing up the big issues with Rollins. He's had knee surgery and he's had back surgery. So they're targeting those two areas and furthering the storyline of both of those areas really hurting. Rock and Reigns take turns punching Rollins' leg. Rock starts applying a single leg crab. Rollins fights out, but gets cut off by Reigns, who throws him over the top rope. Outside the ring, Rock hits Rollins into the steel steps twice, hurting his back. They throw him back into the ring. Reigns whips Rollins into the turnbuckles before applying a leg wrench. Rock then adds another kick to the injured knee, and they put him back into a single leg crab. Reigns then starts hitting Rollins with clotheslines in the corner, sets up for the Superman punch. Rollins ducks, counters with a neck breaker. Rock takes himself in, drags Rollins back over to the corner, and starts unloading punches and elbows targeting the knee and back of Rollins. They start trading punches back and forth into a huge slugfest. The Rock gains upper hand, more punches. Seth starts responding, hits a Pele kick. Seth throws Roman out of the ring near where Cody has been sitting. Roman cuts off Cody from tagging in by pulling him off the apron. The Rock locks Seth into the sharpshooter. Cody breaks the hold with a slap, causing The Rock to drop Seth onto the top turnbuckle. Now, despite delivering a super kick and a stomp, Seth is too injured to go for the pin, so Roman and Cody tag in. Cody starts throwing punches at Roman, follows up with a running forearm and flying power slam before finishing him off with a beautiful disaster. Cody tries to go for Cody Cutter, connects, but then, guess what? 2 count. Sets up for a crossroads. Roman counters with a snapmare toe scrape. Cody tries a beautiful disaster, but Roman hits him with a Superman punch and gets a 2 count. Roman, now bleeding from his nose, gears up for the spear, starts hulking up in the corner. Cody ends up countering with a sunset flip and a near fall again. Cody bounces off the turnbuckles, hits a springboard Cody Cutter. Seth tags himself in, hits a frog splash, gets another 2 count. Roman gets up, hits a power bomb, and gets ready for the spear. Seth intervenes with a kick, prompting Cody to tag in. Now, Cody and Seth land a double super kick on Roman. Seth follows up with a stomp. Cody attempts the crossroads, but The Rock pulls the ref out of the ring. Roman delivers a low blow to Cody, hits a spear. The Rock forces the referee to get back in. Cody kicks out at 2. Roman punches Cody, applies the guillotine. Cody appears to lose consciousness, but of course the ref does this. And then, nope, not limp. Rock pulls Cody down, starts tightening the hold. Seth stomps Roman, who then throws Seth out of the ring. The Rock takes himself back in. This is all over the place, okay? Rock confronts Cody's family before grabbing the weight belt that was stained from Cody's blood from Monday Night Raw. Cody grabs the belt. The Rock punches him. Cody retaliates with some jabs and then hits the bionic elbow. Rock counters with a spine buster, sets up for the people's elbow, but Cody cuts him off. Hits a Cody Cutter. Cody demands The Rock to get up, attempts the crossroads, but Roman hits him with a Superman punch. Roman goes for the spear, but Seth pushes Cody out of the way. Roman accidentally spears The Rock. Seth and Cody capitalize, hitting a double pedigree and a double 2 count. Cody aids Seth to getting to his feet. Seth dives off the top turnbuckle, hits a crossbody on Roman. Now outside the ring, The Rock blindsides Cody with the thumb to the eye, rams him into the steel steps. The Rock tears the cover off of the Spanish announce desk. They run for cover. The Rock then grabs a bottle of water, takes a drink, and again, a la Triple H, spits in Cody's face, drives his head into the announce table. He starts counting taunting Cody's mother before positioning Cody onto the table. He's going to go for the rock bottom. Seth intervenes, grabbing the Rock's leg. Cody capitalizes, hits a rock bottom through the Spanish announce desk. Roman responds by spearing Seth immediately through the ringside barrier over by the timekeeper's table. Cody sends a Rock and Roman into the ring. Roman Reigns into the ring. I've been up for too long. And gets back in. Roman delivers a drive-by to Cody before tagging The Rock in. The Rock dominates Cody with more kicks and punches. Cody blocks with a punch and lands one of his own. They start trading blows back and forth until Roman connects with an uppercut. Cody rallies two crossroads on Roman. The Rock disrupts the attempt at the third by whipping him with the weight belt. Roman capitalizes with the spear and tags The Rock back in. Rock waits for Cody to rise up, hits the rock bottom. Rock goes on over, delivers the people's elbow, gets the cover at a 1, 2, and 3. The winners for your main events are The Rock and Roman Reigns, which means that night 2 will be Rock and Roman Reigns and Bloodline rules for Cody Rhodes. So we'll see what happens. And getting the pin, taking the pin, I guess you could say, my son, Cody Rhodes.
Yeah, well, that, actually sounded like a decent main event. Once it got going, once it got rolling.
Once it got going. It was pretty cheesy. Rude Boy would have hated it with the shenanigans because The Rock, being the president of the TKO board, can do what he wants. Basically, is what they're saying.
Yeah. But yeah, at least it sounds like this was a good match to end night 1 on. It's got some great stipulations for going forward. And Kidder, that means that, hey, we both scored 2 points. And that also means I don't have to take any more shots tonight, which is good. Because those are kind of kicking me hard. So
I'd also like to mention this last match was sponsored by American Home Shield, and the background of their logo is white. So all of the LED boards were white with their colored logo. So it was very bright, and it was annoying. Also, Dudes Wipes, another sponsor. Slim Jim was not a sponsor tonight, oddly enough.
That'll be tomorrow.
Big sponsor, but yeah, probably tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night with LA Knight, yeah. I didn't even do a great LA Knight there, as I accidentally said, yeah. Kidder, that brings us to the end of night 1. What are your thoughts, good sir? Give us a grade. You know me, I always ask for a letter grade. How was night 1 of WrestleMania 40?
Apparently, after the show, Rock pulled out a rubber chicken and threw it at Cody. I don't know where he got a rubber chicken from. Howard, are you missing your rubber chicken?
I mean, listen, I just want to know why a rubber chicken. It's kind of random, you know? Yeah. Okay. Anyway, your overall thoughts. Anything else that you wish to say about WrestleMania 40 Night 1?
Why no matches on the pre-show and still going almost half an hour over 10 o'clock? Let's cut down on the crap in the kickoff pre-show and yeah.
And what would you give it as a letter grade? Just as
I didn't completely hate it. The graphics are nice. So, B+.
Okay. Yeah. Good. And what would you say is the match of the night for you, good sir?
Ladder match was actually good, aside from Austin Theory and Grayson Waller winning the SmackDown titles. That was good. The tag match, which was sponsored by Minuto made agua fresca something. Like, why is that's kind of racist to me. The Spanish product was sponsoring the match with the Latinas in it. like why? That was kind of weird, but that was a pretty good match too. So, man, match of the night. That's tough. I'll go with Sami Zayn winning the Intercontinental Championship. That was good.
Yeah, okay, that's good. In the prediction game, Kidder, going into night 2, because hey, we're not over. We're at halftime, folks. I still have a chance to come back because Kidder, you are currently in the lead, 7-5. So you are up by 2 points going into night 2. So we'll see how night 2 plays out. Will I retain bragging rights, or will Kidder leave WrestleMania with a defunct WWE pay-per-view? I mean, you're just going to have to tune in tomorrow night to find out. But Kidder, we've been talking for quite a while, and as tradition with these wrestling reviews, you've been doing a lot of talking. It's time for you to rest those vocal cords so that you can do this all again tomorrow night, and I will take us out with some very quick cheap plugs because it's late, and we should get to bed because we got to do this all again very soon. So you can find us, of course, online at beerbluesbs.com. That's our home in cyberspace. It has links to all of these other things I'm about to tell you. So, hey, if you remember one thing from tonight, beerbluesbs.com. So, from there, you can find things like our merch store. That's right. We have merch. It's good merch. It's kind of snarky. Kidder showing off some. Why? Because he's the better salesman. It's usually why he does this segment. But you can, of course, buy some merch. You can buy us a beer. It's our kind of fun way to donate to the show. It's gets you a little shout out. And hey, you can even put in the comments section a comment, and we will read it off on the show. So it's another way that you can support us. If you've been watching us either on Twitch, or you might be watching us on YouTube, and that is where you can find our main show, Beer Blues BS. It's a great show where we sit down, Kidder, myself, some of our other good friends, and drink some beers, do some banter, have a great time. But you can find the video version on YouTube. You can find the audio version on any podcast service out there. Just search for Beer Blues MBS. We're on Spotify. We're on iHeartRadio. We're on Amazon Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Stitcher, you name it, Spotify. We're there. So you can take us with, hey, summer's coming up. You might have some road trips. Why not take us with you? We're a great way to kill 2 hours. So that's for sure. You can also find us on social media. We are, of course, on Facebook. We're also on the Gram. It's a great thing to tune into because, hey, we sometimes post some extra stuff on there. Little shorts, little extra comment. We might have recorded one before we started this live stream. What was it about? It's a good reason to check out our Facebook page so you don't miss any of that action. And, of course, we're on Streamlabs. If you're watching the video version, you have seen that link up below us all night long. It's a place where you can donate, help us continue to do the show. We're coming up. Next week marks the 3rd anniversary of the Triple B. We actually originally launched this on night 1 of WrestleMania 3 years ago. I was over at Kidder's. He watched WrestleMania. I launched the podcast. It was a big event, but we're coming up, and the 3-year bash is something to see. Lots of drinks were consumed. That's all I'm going to give you for a spoiler. So I think with that, Kidder, I think I have hit pretty much all the cheap plugs. And I think I did pretty well with that. So normally we do final thoughts, but you know what, Kidder? Let's save those for tomorrow night because it's late. I would like to get some sleep. And so allow me to just say, as we say and end every show, keep your glass at least half full. There will be free beer and punishment shots tomorrow. and we'll catch you all down that WrestleMania fueled Tuscan highway.
Yeah, that works.
I realized I was about to make the same mistake I made the last time I did this. Yeah, so I've learned. I've gotten better. And with that,
thanks
have a good night,
Rocker
everybody.
For joining us. Thanks to Goalie for joining us. Thanks to Smalls for joining us. Anybody else who is joining us, thanks for throwing your info into the chat, because we'd love to have you along for each of the shows. And we'll be doing this again tomorrow night. So if you're not doing anything tomorrow night, say 10:30 or so Central Time, please join us for night 2 of WrestleMania. And hope you all take care as well. Thanks for having us on the big screen, seeing us in full high definition. And predictions also. If you want to make predictions for tomorrow, go to our Facebook page, Beer Blues NBS. Search it on Facebook, Beer Blues NBS, and then comment your predictions. Type them below.
Yeah, but
Okay.
I think we got it.
Sorry, stomped on your ending, Jake.
Hey, it wouldn't be an episode of the Triple B if something of mine didn't get stomped on. It's tradition now.
As is tradition. All right, y'all take care. We'll see you tomorrow.
Night, everybody.